Yes, people, FJTV. So it's been a little bit of time since my last video. So right now, obviously, you can see from the upload date, it's the 4th of March. It's a Monday. My last video was not last week, the week before, on a Thursday. So whether this is just one of the self-improvement vlogs, and I'm just going to do a quick recap at the start of the video, we'll see how far I get into it. Obviously, like I always say about not dragging the video on, but I've got about an hour until I need to leave. Go to the gym, go to my training session. And cool, so after that most recent video, I've obviously chopped some of the other videos up for the shorts, but in terms of doing one of these videos where I obviously, hold my phone up and speak at the lens and whatnot, a little bit of an update. So that weekend, I went and saw some of my boys that obviously I've known for years, known through school and whatnot. And the same way, obviously again, not to get on a tangent, but back in 2023 when I was saying like monk mode, samurai mode, which is basically just my player monk mode because I was going to grow my hair out of that little sort of samurai bun, if you like, and obviously was getting back on the martial arts training. But the same way, 2023, didn't go on any nights out apart from obviously New Year, so early hours of the 1st of January 2023. Waking up in someone else's bed, but hey, that's a story for another day, and I've already spoke about it in another video. So banter, jokes aside, that's already a minute and a half gone. But cool. So when I linked up with some of my people, obviously I hadn't seen some of them for over a year as well. And the same, like I was saying, with like monk mode and being disciplined, in the fact that like it's technically 2024, and as I said, this year I'll be turning 27. As much as I know, like drinking and alcohol and partying and that, it's not really something that I'm necessarily interested in doing anyway. Something I said about in old videos, it's like that group of friends as well. No disrespect or shade, because it's the truth, but they're the type of people where every weekend, bruv, they're either at the pub or they're out and they're drinking. Obviously, not all of them, not every weekend, but at least one of the two of them without fail. Obviously, watching the football and stuff, something I used to be so engrossed and obsessed with in my younger years. I still kind of keep one eye on the football. I can still watch a game here and there, but not really interested like that these days. And I see it for what it is, and like everything in this matrix, simulation is a distraction. But cool, like I said, so I went out, removed the sort of mental shackle of myself of thinking like, oh, if I go out and I don't want to be drinking, but then I'm around people that obviously going to be drinking, and I've agreed to go to one of them fucking brunch things that everyone's obsessed with, even though it's in the afternoon, so that's not brunch, but whatever. My UK people will know exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone suddenly, it's all these bottomless brunch things. And to be fair, for the amount of drinks we got and food, it was a lot cheaper, the bill was, than what it would have been. So I get it. And my thing was, I've mentioned it in videos, but I keep like sort of not a diary, but I suppose you can call it that, where I literally just track my days, to put all my thoughts out. And one of the things I said to myself, it's something that I always think, it's I just surrender to the divine. Yeah, it's just whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna link up with people I've not seen for a while. Because when the thing was in the group chat that I normally just ignore because there's nothing in there for me. Again, not saying I'm this or I'm that, but it's just the truth. And when I saw they were trying to organise a night out with everyone there, and I thought, you know what? It was obviously scheduled for the end of Feb, just gone. This was either at the end of January or the start of Feb, and I thought, until I've got a date confirmed for my first fight, which I'll get to, and this mentality I've got where I'm saying like, I want to be cutting alcohol out my system completely, but same like my diet, until it's perfected or whatnot, until it's like really on that sort of thing. I thought to myself, one night isn't going to kill me for the sake of seeing people I've not seen in a very long time, as I'm sort of slowly but surely manifesting and walking towards the life I truly want to be living. Yeah, as much as like I said back in 2023, bro, I had so many hurdles to get over, hoops to jump through, whatever analogy you want to use. So I didn't have time because I knew it'd just be, I'd be linking up with people, and after 5 minutes of like dapping everyone up and yeah, ain't seen you in time, yeah, brr, catching up, the time will pass and I'll just be sat there, the conversation will be going, I'll just be looking around me, whether I am drinking or otherwise, people smoking cigarettes and vapes. If I have alcohol in me, I'm going to want to have a little puff on something, yeah. And I just know what it is straight away, bro, my inner voice, and whether you call it your higher self or not, but really just my internal monologue. I'll just be sat there thinking, this is a waste of my fucking time, bro, and a waste of energy and a waste of money, and I'm going to feel like shit tomorrow for the sake of, like I said, linking up with people that, in my heart, there's nothing but love anyway. And again, I don't want to say all of this and then be like, oh yeah, but I said to myself, okay, cool, let me go on this night out. or technically it was a day thing, but I knew it would bleed into the evening. And I said to myself, you know what, let me just remove the shackles. I'm just there. Let me just, whatever happens, happens. I already know what I got in my mind. I already know in here. And I said it in recent videos, and ironically in a video that I was just sat outside my kickboxing gym, and I said, say it in the present tense, bro. Say it in the present tense. Say in the present tense for what you're trying to manifest, and really and truly do or do not. There is no try. So what are you manifesting? What are you going to do? As much as we're in a matrix simulation, none of this is real, and you're an immortal soul in a human vessel, but while you're here, bro, what are you going to do with your time, yeah? Really, what are you going to just do with this energy and this experience, yeah? So the same way I said in that video, the one called I Think Therefore I Am, and it got more views than some other ones, and I thought that's ironic because I'm saying something that, like I said, bro, when I put myself out there, like a bait face on the internet, bro, yeah, for potentially the world to see, okay, cool, yeah, like I said, my videos don't get that many views. Currently, the shorts get a bit more, but again, when I'm saying I am a professional fighter, again, something to quote Bob Proctor, who's obviously passed away in recent years, but there's an old video that, like I said, in that one I think it was, I might have mentioned it, but whether I did, I've mentioned it in a current video. But like I said, I've seen the reel on Instagram and it's doing the rounds again, but basically when he's saying about when you write something down and you're saying it out loud to yourself, it might even appear as a lie, or it might technically be a lie, but eventually, you know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah, so again, like I said, with being a pro fighter, and same way it was always the case with, like I said, Warren a Garden last year and blah, blah, blah. But again, not to keep, I feel like I'm getting on tangents. We're like nearly 7 minutes in. But again, went on the night out, it was cool, linked up with people, it was all good. Straight away, just thinking like, I don't really want to be here, bro. Like, I'm happy to see people, it's good, like the banter, the energy, whatever. But straight away, I thought, this is why I say to myself, I had to, a while ago, something I did do, I was like, I can't be around, not just these individuals, but just in general, people that want that type of lifestyle. That again, that's no shade, no disrespect, but salute, go do your thing. And it's same I say for anyone watching this, but if you want to be linking up with your boys, or you drink, smoke, whatever, I ain't going to be the one to know what you need. Nah, bro, same like I said with the whole self-improvement thing. And again, not to get on another tangent, but another thing I'm seeing in recent times is people like, self-improvement is bullshit. What you need is, and then they end up just saying what the essence of self-improvement is. You get what I'm saying? No, what you need to do is set goals and work towards them. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, bro? But again, that was just something from a while ago. I said, okay, that's an easy little thing that I can put a circle around and then tick the box of, I don't need to be doing that. Cool, so again, that happened. I was feeling it that week because, like I said, I drank alcohol, had a few puffs on one of the vapes, which, if it weren't for the fact of having alcohol in my system, I wouldn't even have the sense to do it, because I look at them and think it's just cancer. But it wasn't until I was really deep in it on the way home that I was like, bro, why did I do that? But then I know why, because you're not thinking consciously, and we can get all deep on the spiritual stuff, but really and truly it's, I was drinking, as the song goes, we're drinking and we're smoking, yeah. So that was one thing. Again, as soon as I walk out this one club that we end up going to, I'm not going to say it, we'll just keep stepping, but I walked out of this one club playing shit music as well, and just my ears, like everyone in the group chat was saying the same thing the next morning, which made me feel a bit better, thinking, okay, well at least it's not just me. But ears are ringing, it was like, Jesus Christ, it didn't even feel that loud in there. It felt loud, but it was like obnoxiously loud, yeah. Again, I'm just thinking, pointless, waste of time, energy, money. But it is what it is. Like I said, I've seen people, so now I don't want there to be any excuse or anyone moaning when I disappear again for a set period of time. Same like I wrote in my little book, back into monk mode. Anyway, I'm nearly 10 minutes in, bruv, so I'll try and speed through the next bit of what I want to say. The following week, so last week, I was still feeling it a bit. Picked up a little bit of a slight rib injury / into my lats, so obviously back muscles. Went to Monday's session, of course in sparring, I got kicked straight in that spot. So as soon as I kind of like dropped my arm a little bit, thinking, fuck's sake, that hurt. So game face, hands back up, person I'm sparring, whether he clocked, I winced in that moment, but he kicked me in the exact same spot before I could think to block it again. So straight away I'm like, great, that fucking kills, because I'm already in pain there. Already knowing it's like I've put poison, I've put alcohol, shit food, the vapes, all that toxins in my system. It's going to take a while for it to, get rid of it. And that's only going to come through the training. And then, like I said, my stretching protocols, which I didn't really stick to Sunday or Sunday night. So again, that's why I woke up Monday a little bit sore still. Tuesday, I took the rest day because my rib just felt 10 times worse. I could barely sleep. I couldn't breathe properly. Straight away, I just laughed to myself. I'm like, this is how it goes, bro. And I can't even moan, and I won't moan. I'll just be like, whatever. Suck it up. We'll move on. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I decided to make up for it. So Wednesday, I did my normal training session. Thursday, did the daytime class to get an extra session, as well as the evening one, and then I did the MMA class after my Muay Thai class. A little bit of random anecdote or was or information for the video, but whatever. So basically did 3 classes that day. Absolutely battered and bruised at the end of the MMA class. Quickly in that again, I'm rolling at the end of the session with a geezer who's he's only like 7 kilo heavier than me, which is what, about 15 pounds give or take. But dude's just short and stocky, and it was just awkward. But it's all good, bro, because I understand it's just you're only going to improve that way, so it is what it is. And ultimately, once the session's done, you feel good anyway, like any training session. And it's funny as well, because then on the Friday, there's the 2 classes back to back. There's the boxing one, and then there is a beginners class after. But when my boy's with me, we just partner up, and then we can obviously, you know, as much as the class is beginners, we're just going to still do it. When it's just rounds on the pads, it's like, you know, you can keep that same intensity. So cool, so I doubled up on the classes, tried to make up for it. And then it's funny because, again, not to keep dragging the video on, like I said, with these self-improvement vlogs, I know sometimes when I get going, it's just waterboard of information. Ultimately, these is, like I said, tracking my progress. One day we can all look back and maybe I'll watch 5 in a row, edited and chopped up for a future YouTube video. Who knows, who cares, it is what it is, yeah. But again, one of the people in the class, one of the people in the gym, whatever, seen me do that second class on the Friday, and I heard him say to the young lad who's teaching the class, this geezer's a machine, man. And obviously I've not really clocked his on about me until I kind of looked up, and both of them looking at me smiling, so I kind of like, you know, smiled and like nodded my head, but then I'm still on the pads, bro, so straight away it's back to work sort of thing, you know what I mean? And it's funny because, again, I've said it in previous videos, I'm not the type of person that needs any sort of patting on the back, come on, yeah, Josh, nah, bro, like I said. And what I'll get to in a minute when I talk about like with the fight and stuff, I know who I am, I know what we're working towards, I know where we're going. Same when I talk about these YouTube videos, like I said, Immortal Soul at the highest level, no matter what is said or done, whatever, in this simulation. And I know that in this avatar with ego identity known as Josh, yeah. But the same way, like I'm saying, bro, I know what the mission is, I know where we're going, climbing that mountain. As much as, like I said, the vision's changed slightly over the years, ultimately it comes full circle, and it's what it always is. And like I said, that's why it's FJTV, Fitness Journeys TV, this fitness journey that happens to be, of course I'd have to get back on a fighting journey, more my martial arts journey if you want to get deep with it. But I said fighting journey because, again, that's still FJ. You get me? Cool. So like I'm saying, again, last little bit, I got my notes in front of me, let me just have a quick, yeah, that was it. I was going to mention the seam retention, yeah, I'll mention that in a second. So cool, just before I wrap the video up, so again, on the, what day was it last week? It might have been that Thursday, come to think of it. It might have been the day before. Anyway, actually, it was the day before. So cool, on that Wednesday last week, finished the class, cool, doing a bit of stretching, and I see one of the young coaches, basically my gym, quickly for context, there's 3 coaches, one of them owns the gym and it's his sort of thing, then there's another 2. I mentioned in previous videos that the coach, who I'm assuming is around my age, he was the one who said to me before, was like, midway through a class, Josh, how much do you weigh? And I knew why he's asking me, but I was like, about 70, 72 kilo, why? And then again, he was like, there's a guy in the club, we want to match him up, I want to put you forward, I reckon, his exact words were, I reckon we can knock him out. And again, something I mentioned in other videos, it was like, until I get a date confirmed, I'm not going to really be banging on about it too much, or I try not to, as much as like, okay, cool, I said, yeah, professional fighter, but again, it's the journey. But last Wednesday, I asked the 3rd coach, who's, I think he's only 17, which is mad. Again, like I said, 27 this year, but put it out of my mind. I asked him and I was like, I said, so-and-so saying blah, 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 blah about a fight. I said, for the amateur fight league. I said, I ain't seen him because he had that week off, blah, blah, blah. I said, and I know he's teaching a class right now. I said, but like, what's going on with that sort of thing? And he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, I'll take your details and put you down for it. And so again, cut a long story short, put my name down for it, and April 20th. And you know why that's funny, bruv? And you know why, for context, something I'll say on this video. Because my birthday is the 19th of April, so of course it'll be a day after my 27th birthday. And you know what, in all honesty, I'll say it like this as well, because as I've said about with this semen retention and tracking the days, and same like I said, bro, I got nothing to hide, and I'll put myself out there on the internet for potentially the world to fucking see, yeah. Bait face, saying it as it is, yeah, because I understand these videos are a blip in time, and ultimately, worst case scenario, I can just control alt delete, yeah. Same way, like I said, when I'm linking up with people I've not seen for years. I remember there was times last year in the back of my mind thinking, oh, imagine like one of these lot finds the channel and I'll feel a little bit weird because of my ego, and then I'm looking at other shorts. And the same, like I said, sometimes I look at stuff and I cringe. But the only reason I cringe is because I know it's me saying it, when ultimately I'm not necessarily saying anything wrong. It's just if I get a bit animated or a bit hyper, you know what I mean? When I'm talking about semen retention or wet dreams back in the day. But again, bruv, you want to get deep with it, like I said, I got a date for the amateur fight, my first amateur Muay Thai fight. And like I said about I'm a professional fighter, speak it into existence, bro. This is the way, to quote The Mandalorian, yeah, because again, Star Wars. Same as I said about earlier in the video, do or do not, there is no try. My real ones will know, yeah. If you know, you know. But like I said, this is the way, and when I write down in my diary, journal, whatever you want to call it, and when I make the notes and I put all these different things, and I've said it a few times, but this is the path, this is exactly how it goes. So when I really go deep in here, whether I'm meditating or otherwise, or whether I'm just thinking, and I say it in these videos, but then I apply it in my own life, and I ask myself, or when I look in the mirror, like the mirror next to me on the wardrobe, it's like, what do you want? Yeah. Same way I've said it before, again, not to keep dragging the video on, but we're still under 20 minutes, so I'll keep it going. When I've said, well, you got to look yourself in the eyes, like I'm looking in this lens, say, what do you truly want? Yeah, okay, the money, and then with that money, the houses, the cars, the clothes, the girls, whatever, bruv. But now what? What do you truly want, bruv? And that's something I had to ask myself, I had to sit myself down, bruv. Definitely last year, but really it was end of 2022. What do you truly want, Josh? Because I knew it was bigger than personal training, like I said, FJTV, Fitness Journeys TV, Fitness Journeys, my personal training and online coaching brand if you want to even call it that. Brand because it's mine, if you like, but whatever. And I've been doing that for years, and I was in that sort of mental box, and I'm going to do it, and then when I'm working at Pure Gym and brrr, but like I said, I put all that to one side. What do you truly want, Josh? And like I said, the reason why I could barely sit through a football game anymore, bro, because I mean, jokes aside, but I was going to say it in the context of it being kind of funny, but I'm like, it's not violent enough, bro. You know what I mean? Because I can't scratch that itch. But again, when I watch the combat sports, but then again, it's still, I can't just be sat on the sidelines like a passenger, or like I'm sat in the Coliseum. It's like, nah. Not even on the fact that I'm an Immortal Soul, so it doesn't matter anyway, but I want to inject myself into that arena, into that stadium, yeah? Shit, man, doesn't even have to be a human opponent, bro, yeah? Put me against the Lions, fucking gorilla. Obviously, again, jokes, banter. I said it in a previous video, most humans couldn't even fight off a fucking medium-sized dog. A fucking German Shepherd would rip your forearm off. But again, putting that to one side, that was a bit of a tangent, so I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit. But ultimately, like I said, that's what I was going to say. In the air of honesty, before I wrap the video up, bro, I was fucking up with the SR in January, and that was only 2 months ago, bro, yeah? So lo and behold, and I'll put myself out there because fuck it, I said about counting the days, bro. Right now I'm only on, what's 39 plus 4? 43. I'm on 43 days semen retention, but guess what? On my birthday, on the 19th of April, when I turn 27, I'll be on day 89. So guess what? A day after my 27th birthday, and I have my first amateur Muay Thai fight, and I'm on 90 days semen retention. You can't make this shit up, bruv. Like I said, okay, it's all numbers, and that's part of the matrix. That's the little reptilian. But ultimately, when I go deep in here, and I'm like, of course, that's how it goes. Of course, when I really sit down and deep things, it's always going to be exactly like a little jigsaw puzzle where I put it all together, and then I kind of sit back and oh, I get it, yeah. So again, that's not me sort of trying to say that and then run away from, nah, bruv, like I said, I hold my hands up, bruv, yeah. And really and truly want to get deep with it. That January, like I said, that night out last weekend, not last weekend, the weekend before. So last week I felt a bit rough in the week when I'm training, because again, I'm sweating out that toxic shit. Really want to get deep with it in December when I was smashing the night shifts and then I'm eating shit food, eating McDonald's. I know way better to be eating than that. Then okay, that's going to bleed into the following month and it's in your system and whatnot. And it took me, obviously, the first week of January, I had other shit going on anyway, but then that second week to get back on the Muay Thai. But then, like I said, hold my hands up and relapsing with it. So I know in full well in the moment, I know better than this. But again, it is what it is. I leave that there. I've done the meditating, I've done the self-reflection since then to really deep, okay, cool, bruv. I can see where I slip down the rabbit hole. I can see where as soon as I go a couple of weeks and I'm not meditating, I'm not stretching, you fall off the horse, bruv. And just to wrap this video up, because I know it's, 20 minutes is a long time to just listen to one person just talking at a lens, yeah, I get it. But again, like I said, honesty, accountability, and without trying to make all of that rhyme, this journey that we're all on as immortal souls in this simulation. And like I said, the self-improvement journey, the fight, career journey, whatever. Again, how can I articulate this in the best way possible? Ultimately, bro, like I said, if you're here at this point, everything I've been saying proves me correct in my own life, but when you apply certain principles in your own life, you'll be proven right in whatever endeavours you pursue and head towards. Yeah. Same way, just quickly with the SR again, when I'm on that night out and I kind of said to myself, okay, I'll only be on about 30 something days, 35, 36 days, I think it was 35 days. Because again, like I said, I know the numbers. That's why when you relapse and you see that arbitrary number go back down to 0. Again, when I'm in that club and you got these fucking, I'm not even going to be rude, but some of these creatures, I don't know. I'll just say let me not be rude, but trying it, and you just, please don't invade my energy. Don't be like dragging your hands down my chest. Nah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But again, we'll lock the video off. I'll leave it there. Upload this, then go train again. Monday, a new week. First full week of March, obviously. Friday was the first, I think. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Today's the 4th on a Monday. But yeah, that's it. We're heading into the 3rd month of the year. So by the end of this month, the first quarter of the year is done. I know I'm rambling anyway. I'll lock the video off in a second. But like I said, main takeaway for this video, I've got a date for my first amateur fight, even though, like I said, I'm a professional fighter. I speak it into existence, but this is the way, this is how it goes. Keep ticking them boxes, keep turning up to the training sessions, keep doing what I know I need to be doing. Like I said, again, sim retention. I had my little, wobble earlier in the year, had my little sort of setback, if you like. It's part of life, part of the journey. I didn't even get too deep with it. Ultimately, I know no matter what happens, bro, yeah, I'm an immortal soul in a simulated reality, simply for the experience. Like, these eyes are just like the VR goggles. One day they'll come off, I'll leave this physical vessel, go back to the divine, and then whatever it is after that, it is what it is, yeah. Like I always say, man, stay up on your purpose. Let's go.